Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome. How are we doing, guys? Get the show on the road. Good morning, good afternoon, very good evening. Hope you're all doing well, guys. If you could, please hit that like button if you've not already done so. The question today is it a bank holiday in the US today? It's a little bit confusing for me because obviously I'm not from the US, but it does say here Friday my time, but I'm assuming it's for today. So Thursday US time, Friday morning, like is in after midnight my time. So it's got me a little bit confused. Someone might be able to clarify that for me. Yeah, so it is today, Franco. Okay, yeah. So I wasn't too sure if it was today or tomorrow, to be honest, but thank you for that. Yeah, anyway, we're here nonetheless. So what that means is we're gonna see what we can come up with moving forward today and try to do what we do best. And today, definitely sticking to the rules. Yesterday made a little bit of a meal of things. Yeah, but anyway, we move on and looking forward to a better day today. Not sure about the volume though today, obviously, especially on gold with the bank holiday. It could be a little bit tricky trading gold today. We might not necessarily have the volume, but either way, we'll do our best to see what we can come up with, and maybe GJ will offer us some hope moving forward. Alrighty, guys. So first of all, let's take a look at the news once again. Is there anything in particular that may impact our stream? Well, there's prelim CPI for the German sector, so the euro, which again could impact the pound. It often does move the pound a bit when it is German high impact news, so not sure as to when the time of that is. I might say it on Forex Juice, I may even say it on Basketball here. I'm not going to go looking through it, maybe later, but we know we've got some news to come. Other than that, some high impact news for the Aussie dollar. So for my local currency, it won't impact what we trade either way. So guys, let's get cracking. Let's have a look and start, as always, let's start with GJ and let's start with the weekly time frame. And what we can see is still pretty much at the same level as we were yesterday. So what we're looking at is obviously a very strong weekly bearish candle, and we have a lower high, lower low to the previous candle. So based off that, what I'm going to be doing is to see what levels we have within this candle to either potentially reject and continue down in line with the direction of this candle and potentially retest the low and create the lower low, or those levels also become potential options for buys if we begin to pop above those levels and close above it. And then we might be able to pull back a little bit further into the current weekly candle. Onto the daily time frame. So what I've noticed on the daily, we have tapped into a level of support here and at 190, 60 to 70, which I called for at the beginning of the week. It literally tapped into that 70 and it's bounced off. Did mention on Monday there's a good chance price could head back down to that level. So we are technically bearish in structure, but seeing we bounced off that key level, what I'm going to do is mark in the previous daily candle's high. If we were to begin to break it, seeing we already created that lower wick, then perhaps that could lead to a deeper pullback on the higher time frame, bouncing off that support. So we are technically bearish though in structure just now on the daily, but at a very strong level of support. The 4 hour is also bearish. Once again, very similar to yesterday, we're just consolidating. We have bounced off the support here to the left hand side. I'm just going to mark in the most recent support, not going to worry so much about what's below it for the time being. And I'm going to mark in the most recent resistance, which is up at that previous daily candle's high. So if we do begin to break above it, likely going to be a nice destination to start looking for some potential buy options on GJ. Now onto the 30-minute time frame, and that is also technically bearish. So the bias is bearish across the board today on GJ, guys. Therefore, at this rate, I would prefer to sell it. We're right smack bang in the middle of this 4 hour range though. So not the best spot to be looking for entries. What I'm going to do is mark in, well, that's just a long wick rejection of previous candle. I'm going to mark in this support to the downside. Let me look at the 15. want to mark in most recent support on the 30. So I'm gonna leave that in because we did reject to close back above. So if we reject yet again and this time to close below, would there be some options? We'll look more into that shortly. Also going to mark in the resistance at this point here. For me, what I'm currently seeing on GJ is it's going to be difficult to buy it into that buy resistance. The issue is you got this wick to the left, which did form after a pause candle. So that is a candle, that wick on that bearish candle is technically a zone, which you could therefore drag this up. So for me, I would not really be all that interested in selling it from, buying it, sorry, from above this resistance, because you run straight into that wick. So I'm just gonna remove that 4-hour zone for the time being. We're still a distance off. I'll focus on the most recent zones, and what I can see on GJ is what I'm going to be waiting for at the moment is price to come back up towards that 192.30 and see if we get some rejection of that zone. Nice clean move up for a potential option to sell it. It's going to be in line with the structure, in line with the bias. So that is something I definitely consider. Also, potential sells below the support. If we get the closure below and I get a catalyst, maybe even on the 15-minute time frame, after the confirmation of a 30-minute candle closing below that zone though, that's what I want to see. So if we have a bit strong bearish engulfing candle, for instance, in the next 3 minutes, that could be an option. Otherwise, we'll consider it, but need to, we'll consider later on if we do start to close below, but just depending on how we approach on that closure below. Otherwise, got some potential, maybe potential buys from lower down, guys, just trading range. If we do bounce off 190, 140, yeah, but to be honest, I'd rather focus on the sells today on GJ. Further sells below this support as well. Got some pretty clean traffic to the left of that, and perhaps buys above it, but we're focused more on the sells. So we'll see if and when the time comes when our price gets to our levels, we can come up with something that validates a quality entry. That's GJ, guys. Hopefully it made sense. Gold, let's quickly take a look at that now. If it did make sense, let me know. Be great if someone just say yes, that'd be really good. Hit like button, that'd be good. And let's focus now on to move our attention onto gold. So gold, what we do have is the current weekly. So similar to GJ, except the previous weekly was a bullish candle, GJ was a bearish candle. So we've got candle probabilities to the upside, but we've got the current candle forming a bearish candle, and we are into the last few days of the week. But with the bank holiday, I'm not expecting all that much on gold, but very similar to GJ, what I would be looking for are levels in between this candle, which you could either reject and head back down to potentially create a lower low, or retest the low and then create a lower low. All those levels could provide potential entry points to the upside if we begin to close above them on the minor time frames. Daily, as we can see, structure does remain bearish, and what we do have is that previous daily rejecting, leaving that long wick to the upside, tapping into some support here to the left hand side, only to reject. Current candle has broken the low, but it's since bounced. It's bounced at the support we had just recently created a couple of days back. Would this be just another little swing low before we head back up? And would not be convinced until we actually close another bullish candle. But at this rate, we do have the candle probabilities to the downside on the daily time frame in line with the structure itself. Let's actually go back and mark in the daily high. Below to the low, we'll mark that in, but we can see we're at a strong level of support below. Yeah, you can just remove that now. So the 4 hour is still technically bullish. We not yet closed below the lowest point of this swing. We do remain bullish. I'm just going to mark in that zone. I'll mark in the resistance and I'll adjust it accordingly on the 30. So that's the current 4 hour range that we're trading within. The current candle on this particular broker, Forex.com, is about to close, and it's closing a very strong bullish candle. So seeing what's closing strong bullish at support, that's usually quite a strong catalyst to look for entries. If you were to trade based off the 4 hour, you could possibly look for an entry with a wider stop loss, wider target. You might want to have your stop loss below the 4 hour, and you might have to target at the resistance Not going to personally take that because what I can see is on the 30, it's just a slow trickle up, and a 30-minute structure is technically also bearish. So often when I mention this, I think I mentioned this yesterday, or mentioned it to the members on a pre and white call. Often when we see this sort of price action, a slow trickle against the trend, once the volume comes in, you tend to get this sort of waterfall scenario where price would reject quite strong. Now we're obviously approaching a high level of liquidity over here to the left hand side. This consolidation, what does resemble obviously order blocks. We've got liquidity at that point, so that could be a potential rejection zone on gold. This is a massive zone. I'm just going to need it up to the most recent price action, and we'll deal with it if it does begin to pop below. Not really interested in selling it below it. We'll see potentially. As for the zone to the upside, and that is the actual resistance. We've got support, resistance, and it's just a slow trickle down. So you can mark that in to the upside. You're going to leave that a deeper zone. All right, let's go down to the 15. So we are rejecting the current level. Yeah, 15's a bit messy as well. I was going to see if we've got a little bit of minor support formed up here and maybe tie it in with a catalyst bearish closure on the 30 for a sell. It's just a mess though, guys. It really is. You could draw in another zone there. It's basically just one big zone. So I'm going to I'd rather just wait for it to pull up, clean move up, see if it does reject 26, 44, 43. And then potentially sell it. I really don't see any options on gold at the moment, the way it's with the choppy price action and the fact that it's not trending, it's just a slow pullback, and with the potentially lack of volume due to the US bank holiday. But sells below that point would be what I'd be looking at, and the buys above it. By then you would have flipped structure bullish, or technically flipped bullish on a closure really above these wicks, but for the sake of it, you want to be buying it into that resistance. So I'd wait for it to start closing above that 26, 44, 35, and that would be my buy area to get involved in to the upside. And that's it. That is it on both gold and GJ. Make of that what you will. Nothing is looking good at all at the moment, so we just need to chill, and that's it, guys. All right, who we got? Franco, morning to you, brother. Hope you're well. Sexy, good day, mate. I haven't seen you in the chat for a while. Hope you've been well. Tony, good day to you. Tony Gold, Grand Rising to you. Happy holidays. Yep, it's not a holiday here. It's not a holiday in the UK, is it? Or Europe? So, obviously a big day in America. So, hello to all the American friends. Not that there's probably any on the stream, but Thanksgiving, yep. Carl, good morning to you. Gabby, GU, let me look at GU. Members, let me send you a link first of all. Alright, there's a link being sent to you guys. Alright, GU. Looks better than GJ, looks better than gold. You possibly could be in some sells at the moment, and if you're not, you're probably a little bit too late to the party because there's not going to be a great deal of margin down to this support. Looking at GU, it is bullish though on the 30, I can tell you that much. Weekly is forming a pretty strong bullish candle. We have respected a lot of that previous weekly candle. We're starting to pop above some support here to the left hand side as well. Similar to what I mentioned on gold and GJ, but in the opposite direction, we're going to see what levels we've got within this candle for price to potentially pull back to and form support above to head back up, retest the high, potentially create the high. Those levels also come potential options for sell points. Now, what gives added confidence for potential sells against the weekly candle formation is the fact that it's rejecting so far a daily resistance, which lines up with support here to the left. So at the moment, and with the structure being bearish, not a bad area to get involved in the sells. So bearish daily. 4 hour is also bearish. Look at that rejection again. So very key level that it currently is rejecting on GU. So irrespective of the 30-minute structure being bullish, I'd still rather be looking for the sells based off, actually, bias is neutral. Like I mentioned, would have had to be in sells, maybe a little bit too late. So I'd actually favor the buys now. I'm probably looking for buys above this 126.480 to 126.50. We want to see price make a clear move down to that level, and then look for a price action catalyst to form above that point there for some potential buy options on GU. Let me look at it quickly on the 15 as well. Just want to see what these weeks, if they're bullish candle weeks on the 15. All right, so you do have a bit of support on the 15. So what you could do in that case is still wait for the 30-minute closure below, and know you may need to manage it if it taps into that 15-minute support. Otherwise, if you want, you can just drag this down. And it's going to be tough to get involved. The same scenario applies here. You're running straight into some more support. So I'd probably take the early option, to be honest, and know I could manage it. Yeah, so that's what I'd be looking at. Otherwise, pullbacks for further sell options. And that is my opinion of GU. Franco, good morning to you, mate. Just saw
Hey,
you.
good morning.
How are you, bro?
I'm feeling good. And you?
That's all good. Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad at all.
Good to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, so you, all right. You got similar. You're looking for some buys from the current level as well, and buys above the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that was sent in a little bit before, so it's starting to pop below that support. Yeah, if it had have respected it and maybe start to pop above this resistance, it may have been options, but again, no real margin. To me, I just see it as being very similar to gold now, but in the opposite direction. The only difference is it has some cleaner traffic, I suppose, but it's just trickling. Not a sustained move. Gold's similar to the way up. I mean, this looks identical to GJ from yesterday, but GJ was going downward. If you guys remember, that was GJ yesterday on stream. Look at gold today. The exact same thing. It's not a sustained move. It's not a move that looks like it's got the momentum. Just keep flying to the upside. Keep pushing to the upside. It looks like a move that could just reject at any point. Yeah, so that's my opinion of GU. Guys, if we could hit the like button, let's try to get a few more on. Oh, what I think of you, current hour breaks zone low. Yeah, not, well, actually the hourly. Yeah, I think it just, there's no momentum at all. There's no volume. I wouldn't be taking it personally. You'd be clearing the support, I understand, but there isn't much volume. There isn't much margin as well. Could project this choppiness to the left, which I'm assuming is 15-minute support. Yeah, I just don't like it. This is the situation where I'd rather not be first to predict the move. I'd rather just let it create the move, then pull back. It's boring, I know, and it takes time. It means you've got to sit through pretty much a whole session waiting for it to happen. Sometimes it doesn't even happen, but that's just a safer bet, and that's just my personal opinion. Everyone has different ways of trading. Some use trend lines and things like that, and they may be, for instance, maybe in a sell based off a trend line, who knows. Did put the question out there, guys, in the chat, or the top pin to the top of the chat, the poll question: who would be interested in some live crypto streams? Won't be like now, won't be during the London session. Just putting the feelers out there for maybe moving forward. I've personally got a few different accounts with different brokers, which obviously trade perpetuals and that. I've pretty much traded basically any coin these days. And a lot of the brokers too, you don't necessarily need KYC, so a lot of you guys could start accounts quite easily. Carl, all good. Just typing thoughts and helping some conversation. Not being a stream pastor. All good, mate. I appreciate it. I kind of thought that, to be honest. That's what I thought you might be doing. I appreciate it, mate. So, hope all is well. You didn't miss much. Trust me. Yesterday was my worst day of the year, guys. That was my worst train day of the year yesterday. And both were errors. Both were definitely errors. But again, realized a bit too late. Maybe in the hot seat, you put you maybe you don't analyze correctly, or you miss a thing or two. Yesterday, I completely ignored the fact that we're coming from consolidation. So there's no such things in limit order. When it comes to all this, again, that's all up there. This is, by the way, that's like the first version. Guys should see the second version, which I'm putting up now. It is unreal. It looks so good. It looks a lot more professional. Yeah, so I got caught out because I didn't do proper analysis. So I did do proper analysis, but I just missed one very simple thing. It was coming from consolidation. The limit order is not valid from consolidation. Gold, because they're both lining up at the same time, thought I may miss the move. Didn't actually check the entry point properly on my broker. Just used the horizontal magic keys, looked pretty close to where I should be entering, and it proved to be not the right point. I should have been in about a pip later, and it would have spared me the loss, because I never would have been triggered in by the end of it, to be honest. I would have just removed it after all the time it's spent pushing the other way. But it is what it is. Still up for the month, not by much, but I am up for the month, and still been a cracking year. Gabby, good idea to crypto. All right. Yeah, we'll see. It's something to think about. It probably have to be like, I don't know, the best time for it. That's the only thing. Well, if I'm around that time you do it, then yes. Oh, the crypto, yep. So I think they're definitely interested in cryptocurrency. I personally think it's a great investment tool for different purposes. Yeah, I think it's good dipping your toes into a bit of everything, to be honest. You guys know I'm a big fan of physical silver, gold as well. Got a little bit, not much, to be honest, but more so silver. I just think the value there is just unbelievable. I think it could still change a lot of people's lives investing just now. Very undervalued commodity. So yeah, it's my thoughts. Woke up early past 2 days, caught 100 pips in gold yesterday. Nice one. It did actually make a move in the end, guys. I'm not sure if Franco remained in the trade and took some profit from it. It was,
Pardon me?
I was talking about yesterday, the gold trade.
Okay.
Yeah, you stayed involved and you secured profit.
That was a little bit lucky one.
It still made sense. I just can't sit through an hour drawdown and being in, you know, 20 pip drawdown for the most part. It's 15 to 20 pips when it just was not moving. I get very impatient.
Yeah, it was too much in drawdown, and so this should be not the normal way to trade, to be honest. So
No, but
this
it's
time maybe it went good, but maybe the other times not. So
yeah. But having said that, it's still valid. It's just a matter of whether you want to manage it or not. And I've always mentioned it in the past. Sometimes when I manage trades, it's going to be to my own detriment, but a lot of time it's going to save me from taking a bigger loss, or, you know, sometimes when I get taken out break even, it saves me from taking an actual loss. There's reason as to why I prefer to manage it, but I know it's sometimes not gonna, you know, it's gonna go the opposite way had I not managed it, or would have gone my way. Sorry.
Yeah, yesterday I took 2 trades on GU.
Yep.
Buys.
Did you?
One was yeah, negative, and the other one was positive. So more or less,
Nice one.
it wasn't break even for these 2 trades. So
Yep. So it ended up being a good day in the end.
yes.
Nice one.
And
Is it
profit.
somewhere there was your entry?
No, it was below, much below, on the M30.
Around here?
No, let me look. Yes, this was the first one. Yeah, and let me take a look. 30. No, it was the on the bullish candle, a little bit on the left side. One candle on the left. Correct. This one. This
Yeah.
I took the buy. First buy.
Yeah, that was the one who took the loss.
Yeah. And then I waited, and then the next one was this in this area which you marked there.
Yeah.
In the bullish.
So this was your catalyst, the closure above the
Correct.
bodies, and yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one, mate.
This was
Good
very
work.
great.
Sticking to your plan, because you mentioned that on the pre-MI call. That's what you're looking for, and well done.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Abdul, good morning to you, mate. So tomorrow is the last trading day of the month. BJ closing strong monthly candle.
So tomorrow you will not trade tomorrow?
No, undecided, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose I'll just decide that's time. Friday's it's a bit of a busy day, but I would be in, tomorrow will definitely be home in time for it. But I might jump on for like session open or something and see. Bitcoin looking pretty strong at the moment. After the pullback, it's obviously made a solid bounce off. Again, I think it's just a very healthy correction. Strong bullish engulfing candle in the previous daily candle. It's marking 50%. It's hovering above that 50% line. Boy, I was still bullish and respected the last significant high low, sorry. Yeah, Bitcoin looks, in my opinion, looks pretty good. Most recent resistance. $30 minutes bearish. Could be some buy options above 95.90 or further down around 50% of that previous daily candle. It lines up with some support, so that's probably what I've been looking at for the time being. So how's the month of November been for you guys? Hopefully it's been a good one. It was a pretty solid one up until yesterday. Still is in a profit. Oh, looks like it might be a slow morning on the charts. Yeah, it looks very slow. Could be with the US bank holiday, might be lacking some liquidity today. Even my alter ego, Mr. Trader, is not giving me any vibes. Yeah, mine's asleep. After yesterday, mine was put in the misbehavior corner, handcuffed. It's not gonna be let back out for a long time. It's indefinitely locked up. What a day that was. Maybe everyone's shopping. What is it, Black Friday, which rolls into Cyber Monday? Which moves into Pants Day on Tuesday and Hump Day Wednesday. All these names, guys, it's just an excuse. That's all it is for reason to have a sale when the price is basically the same. It's basically the exact same shit for the most part. Went to the place where I usually get protein bars. The price is the exact same. They put some fancy stickers on it and it's the exact same price. I usually pay cheaper actually. You just randomly walk in there every now and then and I'll pay maybe $2.50 for a bar that they normally charge $3.95 or whatever for, and they've got the same, just the normal price, but it just got a fancy sticker on it. A lot of it's misleading. I might be able to get some cheap protein in that, but same shit. I get it from a company here. It's pretty competitive, really good price actually. For a kilo, I'm paying about $39 Australian. It's pretty cheap, and it's ingredients are just as good as all the others. It's just the packaging, to be honest, because most of it comes from the same warehouse or distributor. If they put price up for Saturday and normal to not normal price, and Saturday lower it to normal price, yeah. Makes simple ones think they're getting a bug. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there is probably a few things, but most of it's older stock anyway. But when it comes to the clothing and electronics, it's an excuse to sort of chuck something out at a bit of a bargain that, you know, has been sitting there for a while. But for the most part, everything else is just normal price. Just people freak out. Think they're going to get a bargain or whatever, but I tossed a few things out. Nothing was, again, everything was basically normal price. Had a busy day putting the second edition of the course together. So it's got updates to the original. Got to add a new section to it. It's looking really good, really good. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to do with it, but it's looking really, really good. Only 23 of you on stream, 11 likes. If you get that like count up, guys, it'd be much appreciated. I think I might move to India, guys. That's where all the viewers are, apparently. Steve, more to you, mate. Not going near gold at the moment. UJ buys above 151.727. Weekly, daily, bearish 4 hours, bearish, bouncing at some support here to the left. 30 is bearish, but will flip bullish. Technically, closure above this swing point. To be honest, I'd probably have it up a little bit higher. Oops. Yeah, I think for the sake of 7-8 pips or so, much cleaner above that point. Yeah, I mean, unless it closes above this point here and then forms support, maybe take the impulse entry above that zone. Yeah, I'd probably be looking at buys above 151, 880, 811. Oh, this week. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'd just be a bit concerned by that resistance to the left. Unless you're playing it on a higher time frame and then the 4 hour. Sales look good though, below 151, 350 roughly, 340. That's in like the structure and the bias, so clean traffic to the left as well. Oh, this is exciting, isn't it, guys? Did some study on some of the crypto stuff again today as well. Just some of the old methods I used to use trading crypto. Mr. Trey is asking if anyone took EU sells on the break of that hourly low. Oh, it is moving, isn't it? Yeah, mine is definitely locked away today. Didn't ever say anything today. So I've just dragged that zone down a little bit to incorporate the support on that bullish 15-minute candle. And we have a 30-minute closing below. Maybe you can look for an entry based off that. So 30 and 15 obviously will be the same time closing below. Rejecting a resistance up at the daily high. Lines up with some resistance here to the left. It's the most recent support. The tough one though, actually, yeah, because this is a 30-minute bullish candle, guys. If it was bearish, it's a different story. Trying to shoot based off the 15-minute, I mean, that would be a catalyst closure below, targeting a lot of this wick. Fact of the matter is, this is one real, that's the zone at the moment. And look where it rejected some of that to the left. So I think once again, I think it's just nitpicking to try and find something that's not there. Because bullish candles confirm support. If it was a bearish wick, I wouldn't be bothered by it. Back in shoulder day at the gym today. Probably the favorite. Well, yeah, shoulder's the favorite. To push pull. Thinking about changing it to push one day, pull the other day. What I used to do. I used to do one muscle group a day, to be honest, but I find it hard to get into the gym for that long. Well, that many times a week, to be honest. I try to keep it to no more than about 40 minutes. Getting older, you start to lack a bit of energy after a while. Need a little bit more than creatine, which I'm not willing to take anything more than that. Hit that wall. That wall appears right in front of you after a few exercises these days. As long as you keep moving, yeah. Don't want to see this up due to old age. Well, a lovely lady always gives me shit about it. But she's allowed to. Beautiful person she is. Can't believe I'm about to say this, but Drum roll. I'm waiting, mate. I'm waiting. Listen to the wind? Yeah. I always do. There's no point. Otherwise, you never win. That's the thing. Still always, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I understand. But yes, man. It's like that movie where you can't say no to nothing. Hopefully it should be here. Maybe around New Year's. That's what I'm hoping, so. Might have a special guest on stream from the next year, after New Year. She actually used to trade herself. She just trade crypto. Gold starting to reject some of this consolidation to the left. Fact of the matter is, selling it into a mess to the downside. It's very, very difficult trading it. Could pull up at any point, just create another pause and head back up, slowly trickle its way back up. So once again, gold for me is just not interested until it makes a clear move. Preferably to the upside, where it's even going to reject that 26.42 to 44. For potential sales, or if it starts to close above, there could be options to buy it. GJ is just in a shit fight at the moment, consolidating, so nothing on either for me. Just patiently sit, chill, see what session open brings, and yeah, that's all. Happy to answer questions if anyone has, or any other pair you'd like me to look at. Definitely noticed the weakness in the left shoulder today. Big difference. One particular exercise which I haven't done for ages, and the left was really strong with a slightly different movement for a front delt exercise, and left was giving in after like 8 reps. The right was still okay to go for 1 or 2 more. Frustrating. Got to build it up. Used to occasionally try to lift a little bit heavier on the preferred side, so the left side. It's a good way to try to strengthen it more if you got an imbalance, but didn't realize it was that bad today. As GU has tapped into that support. All the majors pretty much the same. I thought about it because, to be honest, this is one big zone now, because that's a bullish candle wick, so that bullish candles obviously confirm support. So I don't want to trade in anywhere within this wick. So instead of having a massive zone like that, I just removed it. Yeah, I'm not really keen on selling GJ or that wick as well. At the moment, I'd rather just wait for it to pull back, to be honest, or sell a little bit lower down. It's just in a tricky area. But had that been a bearish candle wick, then I would have left it in. All good, mate. Nice trade yesterday, by the way. During same one as Franco. Looks a bit too on GU. Well done. Yeah, so that was a good entry, guys. Like I said before, you're spotting some really good entries, which is the good thing. Just keep doing what I mentioned to you the other day about drawdown. And yeah, in quick time, you start to see, well, obviously you got to gather the data for probably a couple months, but soon after that, you'd be surprised at some of the results. Right, just over 5 minutes until session open. Hopefully bring some volume, because this is just bloody boring at the moment. There is nothing I can do. Abdul, I think because of bank holiday, yeah, it's definitely slow because of that. There'll be a lack of volume during the London session as well, potentially. You guys are awfully quiet today. What is going on, guys? Where is everyone today? Everyone's asleep. All right, 20 seconds, session open. No trades, nothing close to a trade at the moment. Where's Rick? Never time submission on stream. Yeah, we're missing Rick and Beats. Where are they today? Open with a little gap to the downside on GJ. That is just nasty on gold, very difficult. Evo, good day to you, mate. Good morning. Welcome. Bloody boring day. This is just there is no volume at all. Evo, pretty boring. Very boring actually. There's no volume. US bank holiday. Gold is just terrible at the moment. It's just a slow trickle up. There is no clean area to be trading it. It's basically consolidating upwards at the moment. Makes it difficult to sell. It is technically bearish on a 30-minute. It's technically still bearish on the daily. It's bearish in the current weekly candle. Our structure is bullish, bouncing at support, but it's just a slow trickle up to a pretty strong level of consolidation here to the left. So once again, usually, well, not usually, but there's a good chance what's likely to proceed is a sell-off in line with the structure and trend, seeing it's been stuck at this level for a bit now. But the thing is, I can't ignore, let me believe that, what we've got on the 15-minute. It's just a mess. You know, as soon as you break one support, you run straight into another support. So I'd rather just let it create a clean move. And to be honest, I'd rather it pop up, reject, and then sell from the highs. It's quite difficult. And GJ is just not moving really. Being stuck in consolidation. I'm not interested in buying it into the resistance. I'd rather try to sell it. But there is obviously nothing I can do for a sell at the moment. So just chilling, waiting is quite boring, to be honest.
Hey man, so need to step out.
All good, mate. Not a problem. You
Maybe
take care.
See you later today, or
Won't be on FanWide today.
okay.
Not Thursday.
Bank holiday for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, man. If you don't stream tomorrow, then I wish you a nice weekend.
You too, mate. I might be on. I'm undecided, but I'll see how we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, you too, man. You have a good one.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Cheers,
Bye.
bro. Bye.
Bye.
Evo, this is a stream record. No, to you, man. That's no way I'll be taking 67 trades. Well, actually, let's calculate. 85, 96 trades in a month. That's not all the trades are taken this year, though. That's just on stream. That's just on stream, mate. So that doesn't include the trades taken with the guys away from the stream. Does include some of the Asian session trades I've taken this year. I've not traded Asian for probably a few months now, though. So it's not every trade taken this year, but on stream it's the stream record for the year. Still pretty good. It's dropped to just below 80 off the back of yesterday, but all in all I think it's pretty good. Again, can't hide anything. It's full transparency. I do it live, so I'd say the yearly record would be up about probably about around that 75 to what it's on here, at between 75 and 80 actual full year to date record. So can't complain with that. In all honesty, I'm pretty happy with it. It's similar, very similar peggings to last year, to be honest. But once again, I vow to improve. I'm gonna keep working on things. Definitely gonna do some homework over the holiday period. Got some plans of doing some of that with the group, some testing of certain entries. Yeah, so looking forward to it. Wanting more people on the stream, because quite frankly, when there's only 20 to 30 people on stream, it's not even worth streaming. Like, I'm finding it hard to get motivated, to be honest. But next year I've got someone who's going to help me make sure content gets out there to the right people. So hopefully that will increase the viewers. Evo, is Asian session a good one to trade? I think it's fine. Everyone says, oh, Asian session shit, no volume. Bullshit. It's crap. It's crap. It's like any other session. You're gonna have moments where it just consolidates, does nothing, like London session is today. You know, times where it makes nice moves. I mean, look at this. That's Asian session. Really nice moves. Gold. Would it be maybe a very impulsive entry, but still it's a nice move, big move. That's at Asian Open. So you definitely have the volume there. So whoever thinks no point trading Asian session, there's no volume, I think need to think again about it, because there is. So to be honest, lately I haven't looked at Asian session. I've been really busy. But when I did look at it, I enjoyed it. I think I had a very good time trading Asian session this year. A really good time trading it. Abdul, why you have marked resistance? Why resistance is up on GJ? This is the 30-minute level. Marked it there because even if I was to mark it here, I wouldn't be buying it because I'd be worried about those wicks there. So I might as well just mark it in that whole level. And then potentially you could get buys up to that point if it doesn't close too far into it's not even a range, but above this resistance. So if it pulls up, gives you enough margin to take it up to potentially that level there, then I may, to be honest, I wouldn't consider it because it's still going to be bearish. I'd rather just wait. Initially I had a zone marked in here as well, but with just for aesthetics on the stream I removed it. But for me, the buys don't really present until above that level. I'd just be looking for rejection anywhere below it for a sell. All good, mate, all good. Another reason why I don't tend to trade Asian session much is because I'd rather do my own thing as well. I don't want to be dictated by the charts, so I don't want to just sit here all day staring at the computer screen waiting for trades. Well, the reality of it is, and beauty about trading, is you can find one good trade a day during a chosen time that suits you, and that is more than enough. So I choose this time of day, got volume around, it's around a session open. If it was Asian session it suited me, maybe I'd be streaming Asian session instead, but it doesn't, because it affects what I do during the day. MY is too late for me, so I prefer not to trade MY. I don't know if anyone does stream Asian session anymore, to be honest. For you, you'd have to trade MY or Asian. Okay, Asian session is fine, man. Or honestly, wake up earlier and trade London. Assuming are you in the UK or are you in US? Or Europe somewhere? Portugal. Okay. Well, London session will be okay for you, but I'm not sure about your other commitments, and that's the thing. Because this is session open candle. This is the first 30 minutes of London. Heard some good things about Portugal. Looks like a very beautiful place. So that means Asian session would be quite late for you, wouldn't it? Late in the evening. I suppose it's whatever suits you. For me, I don't want to be singing the charts late at night, to be honest. That's also because I'm generally an early riser. Even if I don't need to wake up early, I still tend to wake up early. I can't lay in bed all day. I just can't do it. Sometimes even if I try it, I can't. By 7:30, I'm just fully awake. Even I guess I would only do the effort for London if, for example, I'm going good in paper trading. Okay, that's fair enough. Asia session, yeah, will be late. Yeah, just take your time with it. Give it a proper go, whatever sort of edge or strategy you're trying to trade. So I think that's one of the issues, especially for a newer trader. They kind of just tend to flick out in the rubbish a strategy or whatever because they can't get it to work in the first week or 2 weeks. They don't properly understand. They don't also understand that you need to test things out properly over a long, well, at least a few months of data to determine whether you think you can make it work or not. And like I've mentioned many times, it might be just a little bit of fine tuning. That's all it's needed for you to be able to make something work. Might just be a little bit of guidance as well. But do whatever you do, give it a proper go. I gave swing trading go for about 2 years and I had enough of it. It just was not for me after that. but I picked it up again with the crypto swing trading. But I'm also considering scalping crypto as well, because certain platforms, certain brokers, for instance Bybit, tend to have enough liquidity, I feel, to be able to scalp. It does move quite a bit with a bit of volume. Even I don't know the exact time for the Asian session, but it's late. Yeah, it would be. And why wouldn't be that one? There is no way I could be on session open because my, oh, okay, yeah. So maybe MY. Unless you're, you know, a person likes to be up late, then you could definitely consider Asian session if that's the case, but it would be very late for you. I assume it's maybe 1 or 2 in the morning, maybe in Portugal. Around midnight or after midnight. Yeah, it's 11-hour difference, I think, to where I am, so it'd be 1 AM. For a cat looking okay. Potentially flipping a 30-minute structure on a closure below this support. Had a bit of a pullback prior to it with the 15-minute bouncing off. Closures below, and that would be not a bad confirmation for potential entry. But bear in mind there is some high impact Euro news to come. I'm not sure when it's scheduled to be released. It says doesn't give a time here, it says all day. Let's maybe check financial news. This still a few hours away. It says midnight my time. So that is that would be MY open. But obviously the bank holiday today. Guys, so we did VIP giveaway the other day. We have more giveaways going till the end of the year. No, maybe I might do a holiday giveaway. I'll see. I don't know. I'll see. I'm working hard on completing what I believe is a really good edition of my course. Maybe I consider giving away the first copy, not of the update, I mean of the old course. No way, the new one. Putting way too much work into it to just give it away. That's a lot of work, really a lot of work. You guys will not believe. Almost fell asleep today. Looking at the PC, just my eyes were so heavy from staring at it and doing all the updates and everything. Dollars really sleeping today, just slow moves. Yeah, because the lack of liquidity with the in my bank holiday, well, US bank holiday. So yeah, so it's probably just gonna call it, guys. I'm not gonna get anything. There is no volume whatsoever. But yeah, to conclude, for me, I'd only be looking to sell GJ at the current level. I'll not be interested in buying it until it pops above 192.60. For me, there's no point buying it above this resistance when you're running straight into the wicks to the left. I'd rather just be patient with it, let it flip to 30-minute structure. That's your confirmation for the buys. Otherwise, I'd just be looking for a nice clean move up, rejection for a sell anywhere below 192.60. At the moment, would not be touching it at all. It's just trickling. Well, it's not trickling, it's consolidating. Gold was trickling and still is to the upside. So again, I wouldn't be touching gold. I just don't think it's going to have the volume today, but if it did happen to make a nice clean move up, I need to reject, maybe look for the sells below, otherwise closures above, and there's a potential buy. That's all I'd be considering, and that's it. Yeah, sorry guys, just nothing to do. It's a boring day. If you could hit like button on the way out. Not sure about tomorrow. We'll see how I feel when I get in from being out all day, family business, so we'll see how I go. But take care guys, thank you, have a good one, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Cheers, bye guys.